We are Nerd Cult Online, and this is Cat and Ghostly Road from BOV or BOV and Sometimes You. As you play, you spend most of the game playing as this adorable white cat, and you do actually get to experience some of the quirkiness that having a cat brings out and that you get to witness. Overall, the game is a point and click adventure where, as the cat, you are basically venturing out to return the soul of this painter who lives in this building that actually ends up saving you. And, there's puzzles along the way, but ultimately, it is a point and click adventure. Some of the puzzles are basically used to fight bosses and things like that. And you can actually start to finish the entire game roughly in 1 to 2 hours if you're taking your time with it. For the overall gameplay, you know, it does suffer from the same problems that most point and click adventures deal with, and that's the tedium or the boringness of basically just click and wait for something to happen, and where you're not actively engaging the character and working with them. The one big difference is that you're using a stick to move them around, but the overall experience, thought it was an interesting story. The puzzles were definitely a nice touch compared to most point and click adventures that you don't really get to experience. But because of the tediousness of it being a point and click adventure, I did not find it as enjoyable as I could have, or as enjoyable as I would hope. But the big saving grace here is the cat and the quirkiness of the cat, and just the way it interacts with the world. And when the demon shows up here in a moment, the way it scares it off the first time. Now, you actually don't see this in the video. When the demon returns, the cat is actually fallen asleep and isn't able to save the painter, and that's what really starts the story. But overall, it was an interesting story, made better by the cat, but was definitely held back by the mechanics of the game as a whole.